Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam.
So this Krishna consciousness movement means to find out the Supreme Father. Supreme Father. That is the summon substance of this movement. If we do not know who is our Father, that is not a very good position. At least in India, it is a custom. If somebody cannot say his father's name, he is not very respectable. And it is the system in the court that you write your name, you must write your father's name. That is Indian Vedic system, and the name, his own name, his father's name, and his village name. These three combined together. I think this system may be prevalent in other countries, but India, this is a system. The first name is his own name, the second name is his father's, and the third name is the village or the country where he was born. This is a system. So fathers, we must know the father. That is Krishna consciousness movement. If we remain forgetful of our father, that is not a very good position. And what kind of father? Parabrahma, Paramadham, the richest. Not the poor father who cannot feed his children. It is not that father. Eko ja bahunam vidadhati kama. That father is so rich that he alone is feeding millions and millions and trillions of living entities. In Africa there are hundreds and millions of elephants. He is feeding them. And within the road there is a hole. There may be millions of ants he is also feeding. Eko jo bahunam vidadhati kama nitya nityanam chetana chetananam. These are the basic information. So, human life, this is meant for understanding who is Father, what is His law, who is God, what is our relationship with Him. This is Vedanta. Vedanta does not mean that talk some nonsense and no relationship with the Father. Samayeva hi keva. If you do not know who is your Father, Dharmasthana-sthita pumsa vishwaksena kathasuja notpada edratinjali samayeva hi kevalam. This is that one. And Krishna says, Vedaishta sadvai ahami Veda. So you become Vedanti, that's very nice. In the beginning of Vedanta it is said that the absolute truth is that from whom everything comes. Tathata brahma jigyasa. This is the beginning. Now the human life is meant for understanding the absolute truth. Jigyasa. One should inquire what is the absolute. That is human life. To find out the absolute truth. So, the next sutra immediately says, the absolute truth is that which is the source of everything. And what is that everything? Who the two things we find, animate and inanimate. Practical experience. Some of them are animate and some of them are inanimate. Two things. Now we can expand the variety. There is another. Two things are there. So, these two things we see, there is a controller above these two things, the animate and inanimate. So we have to inquire now whether the source of two things, animate and inanimate, what is the position? The position is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadasya jataha Annayat itaratasya arthesu avidya. This is the explanation. The original source of everything is avidya. How? Annayat itaratesu arthesu. If I have created something, I know everything, all details. Annayat, directly or indirectly, I know. If I have manufactured something, suppose if I know some special cooking, then I know all the details, how to do it. That is the origin. So that origin is Krishna. Krishna says, Vedaham samiti tani. I know everything, past, present and future. Matta sarvam pravartate. Aham adihi devana. According to creation theory, not theory, fact, Brahma, Vishnu, myself. So, these are the principal devatas. So, Vishnu is the original. Aham adihi devana. The creation was Mahavishnu. Then from Mahavishnu there is Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. From Garbhodakshayi Vishnu there is Thirodakshayi Vishnu, expansion of Vishnu. And from him Brahma comes. Brahma is born out of Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, the lotus flower. Then he gives birth to Rudra. This is the explanation of creation. Krishna says, Aham avidhi devana. He is also origin of Vishnu. Because from the Shastra he says, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. The original personality of Godhead is Krishna. And the first expansion of Krishna is Baladev. Then from him, Chaturdvaha, Vasudev Sankarsan Anuruddha, like that. Then Narayan, from Narayan the second Chaturdvaha, and from the second Chaturdvaha, Sankarsan, Mahavishnu. In this way, you have to learn the Shastras. You will find that actually, as it is said in the Shastra, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, and Krishna says, Aham adihi devana, Aham sarvasya prabhava, matta sarvam pravartate, and Arjuna accepts Parabrahma, Paranadhama, Pavitram, Paramam. So you have to accept Shastra. Shastra Chatusya, you have to see through the Shastra. And if you learn Shastra, then you will find Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, this Krishna consciousness movement means to present to the human society the Supreme Personality of God. This is Krishna consciousness movement. So, we started this movement in 1966, registering it. Our Rupanuga Prabhu has already explained. So, take this movement very seriously. It's same. Krishna started, within the historical 5,000 years ago. And he started this movement with Arjuna as his disciple. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years ago, he revived again the same movement. Is Krishna himself, and that is going on. Don't think that this is a manufactured movement, no. It is the authorized movement and confirmed by the authorities. Mahajana Jinagatasya Pantha. There are Mahajans mentioned in the Shastra. So, be fixed up in Krishna consciousness movement and try to understand Krishna. We have got so many literatures, authorized literatures, and make your life success. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.